Hi everybody, my name's Heather and I am the author in The Homemaker's Kitchen. And today I thought I would start a video blog and tell you what's been going on. I know you guys haven't heard from me in about a week or so. I haven't put any new blog posts up because I am finally getting ready to go into surgery. About a year ago, I went into the hospital because I was just having a hell of a time keeping food down. And everything in my body just started, shutting down. My digestive system was a wreck. I had incredible pain. I was throwing up. I was doing all kinds of ridiculous things, and I just know what's wrong with me. So I went to my doctor, and they had done like an ultrasound on me just to see if there was anything going on. And my doctor had noticed a couple of dark spots, but she didn't know what that was. She sent me for another MRI for a closer look, and then she sent me to a gastro. And I hadn't gotten to his appointment yet, so I went over to my friend's house to hang out. And I got there, and she told me I looked like shit. And she said, "Look, man, you need to go to the hospital because you just don't look well." And I couldn't eat anything. I hadn't eaten anything in like a week because I just couldn't keep anything down. I was drinking water and all the things you could think of to try and keep myself, from becoming starved. So she takes me into the emergency room, and they ask me what's going on. I give them my whole history and everything like that. I don't know anything's wrong with me at this point. And so they put me in for a contrast CT, and by the way, those totally suck. Nuclear medicine is not fun at all. So I turn around and I come back. I'm laying there. I'm all wool because they've got me on medicine to keep the pain down. And the intern in the hospital came in and was like, "Well, we don't see any hernia, but you have 5 lesions on your liver." And I about shit myself right there. Because I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. I have lesions? What, are those like tumors? What are they? So like my whole life flashed before my eyes, and I went on like a crazy binge to try and figure out what these things were. And I couldn't understand what they were doing. So about 6 months into the year of 2015, I came to the realization that the pain in my liver was associated with the pain in my periods. So basically what happened is I'd be alright for the beginning of the month when I wasn't on my cycle. And then as I started to change in my hormones to shift to become getting into my cycle, my moods would go really, really, really off the wall. I would snap at everything. I would just break down, melt down, cry for no reason. It was ridiculous. Like a week before my period would start. And then my period would start and everything would be kind of okay for about a day. And then the pain would start. And the pain would be so bad. It would rip up my intestines and throw me into like the craziest shit you could imagine. Throwing up. I ended up on anti-nausea medicine. I ended up on medicine to control the irritable bowel syndrome that I have because apparently my bowels were going crazy. And my liver would hurt and my pancreas would stop functioning the way it was supposed to function. So I was really, really, really lost. I didn't know what was going on. So when I realized that they were connected, I went straight to my OB. I got to my OB's office and I started talking to her about what was going on. And she decided she was going to try progesterone. Progesterone is a hormone often given to women who have endometriosis to try and treat it. Now, it's also used as birth control. So, that's what she started me on. And in about 3 days, she had me on 5 milligrams. And in about 3 days, I ended up in the hospital, doubled over in pain, 3 amp blood. So, I was really freaking out. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So then I go back into the doctor and she tells me that we need to stop my period. because I definitely have endometriosis, but she thinks I have stage 4 endometriosis, meaning that the lesions that are in my liver are actually growths of endometriosis, which really sucks because I have about 5.5 inches worth of endometriosis sitting in my liver, and I have no idea how I got there. So what I found out throughout the different things and the research that I was doing is that it's really rare to get endometriosis in your bloodstream. It kind of has to be introduced because it's inside of your body. It's not in your bloodstream. It's either in your endometriosis liner, your endometrial liner. I have a hard time with this word. Grows on the inside of your uterus. It's not supposed to grow on the outside. Well, mine does. So I think what happened was after I had my daughter, I went and I had a tubal done. And because I can't physically have any more children, the genetic deformity that I was born with makes carrying more than 3 children risky on whether or not I'm going to be able to walk. So I opted out of having more kids after my daughter. I was super excited that I had a little girl, so that's all I needed to do. And then, so I went and got my tubal about 30 days after, and I was great. She went in and I read the report and everything. They removed some endometriosis lesions. They had left a big one behind my uterus they couldn't get to. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know I have this. Okay. Well, what I didn't expect was for 3 years later almost die. Okay. So I believe what happened was when I had the surgery to have my tubal done, that some of the endometriosis happened to get into the scarring and into my bloodstream in the process of that surgery. It's an accident, shit happens all the time, but I think that's what happened. Because there's no reason endometriosis should have taken over my liver inside of 3 years. So, back to why I was blogging today. I go into surgery on Wednesday. I'll be there overnight. They're going to try and do a laparoscopic assisted with a possible open. Because she doesn't know how bad it is inside of my body yet, and I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I don't know myself. And I'm hoping we don't have any surprises when all this is done. So, I'm doing my best to kind of deal with it. And I'll probably do a couple of video blogs here in the next few days. Wish me luck. I'm going in. I'm going to have it all removed. They already had me in menopause because when she put me on Lupron right after that progesterone thing, she told me she needed to stop my period. So since I've been on the Lupron, I've done 100 times better. My life is starting to come back together. I'm able to eat again. I put a little bit of weight, and things are getting better. But so for me, I'm done. I'm done having kids. That's it. It's all gotta come out. And I know menopause at 35, try to give myself some age here. 32 years old is not exactly something everybody wants to go through. It's certainly not something I wanted to go through, but you know, hey, if your body's out to try and kill you, why would you want to keep it in your system? All I know is that she told me that if I were to try and wait it out with menopause, that I would probably die before I got there. And Lupron costs $7,000 a shot. So my option is surgery. I'm a little nervous. Don't know what to expect. And once I'm out and healed up and better, I'll go ahead and you'll see more posts online about fun and entertaining things you can make at home. You guys have a wonderful time, and I'll see you when I get back from surgery.